The arena was a roaring sea of noise, a thunderous symphony of excitement. But for John Cena, standing just behind the curtain, everything felt strangely quiet. He glanced down at his hands, the same hands that had hoisted championship belts high, lifted giants off their feet, and waved 2 millions of adoring fans. But tonight was different. This wasn't about another victory, another title. This was about saying goodbye. Suddenly, the announcer's voice boomed through the stadium, cutting through the silence in his mind. "Ladies and gentlemen, this is John Cena's final match." The crowd erupted, a tidal wave of sound washing over him. Cena took a deep breath and stepped through the curtain into the blinding lights for the very last time. He walked down the ramp, his eyes scanning the thousands of faces, soaking in the powerful, rhythmic chant. Cena, Cena, Cena. Across the ring, a young, hungry superstar waited. He was a mirror image of a younger Cena, strong, fast, and radiating a fearless confidence. Everyone in that stadium, and everyone watching at home, knew this was the future of wrestling, and deep down Cena knew it too. The bell rang and the match exploded into action. The pace was furious, a blur of punches, kicks, and lightning-fast counters. Cena absorbed hits that felt heavier, sharper, more punishing than ever before. His body screamed in protest, every impact a jarring reminder of a long and storied career. But his heart, that legendary fighting spirit, refused to quit. Every time Cena was knocked down, the crowd held its breath, waiting for the inevitable. They believed he would rise again, because that's what John Cena always did. He always found a way. He always got back up. Midway through the grueling contest, Cena found his rhythm. He began to build momentum, hitting his signature sequence of moves. The shoulder tackles, the spin-out powerbomb, and then, with a roar, the 5-knuckle shuffle. The crowd was on its feet as he hoisted his opponent onto his shoulders for the attitude adjustment. He slammed him down. This was it. The referee's hand hit the mat. 1, 2, kick out. A wave of disbelief washed over the arena. Cena, on his knees, stared in shock. The crowd was stunned into a momentary silence. In that singular, breathtaking moment, a profound realization hit John Cena. This fight wasn't about proving he was still the best. It was never about that. It was about passing the torch. It was about ensuring the future was in good hands. The young superstar, fueled by adrenaline and the near fall, mounted a ferocious comeback. He fought with everything he had, unleashing a relentless assault. Cena was bleeding now, a crimson mask painting a picture of his struggle. He was exhausted, his movements slow, his body barely able to keep him standing. Yet, through the pain, a small smile touched his lips. Why? Because this was perfect. This was exactly how he wanted his final fight to be, raw, painful, and bursting with meaning. In the final, dramatic moments, Cena summoned every last ounce of strength he had. He lifted his opponent for one more attitude adjustment, a final, defiant act. But his knees, battered and worn from years of war, buckled. They gave out. In a flash, the young superstar reversed the move, spun out of Cena's grip, and hit his own devastating finisher. The referee dropped to the mat. 1, 3. The bell rang. The match was over. John Cena had lost, but something incredible happened. The entire crowd rose to their feet, not in disappointment, but in respect. The cheers were louder, more emotional, more powerful than ever before. Tears welled in Cena's eyes as he slowly, painfully, pulled himself up. He walked over to the new star, raised his hand in victory, and pulled him into a tight embrace, whispering words of encouragement. Cena then picked up the microphone. His voice was soft, raspy, but it carried through the entire arena. "My time is up," he began, "but your time is now." He paused, looking around at the sea of faces, the signs, the outstretched hands.